Sagittarius. Welcome to your general reading. It's a collective reading. Remember, it's not going to apply to every single Saggy watching. To book a personal reading, DM me on any socials. I am the Q for Tarot. I'm available to read online and in person. I read in person at Jahi in Abuja, and I read online as well. So just going to be quick fire messages. I'm doing this in 2 parts. The first part is for your love, relationship, connections, and the second is messages for your money, finances, your coin. I'm trying to get through all the signs so that I can resume the recalibration series on Tuesday. The first card that we did was the Tower. It's on my channel. It's why it didn't work. Yeah, the Tower. So let's get into quick messages regarding your relationships this week, Sagittarius. Supreme of Vessels in reverse, 8 of Vessels in reverse, 10 of Blades in reverse. Ooh, it's quite confusing. Okay, well, yeah. Somebody feels cheated because they feel someone has not walked away. Okay. The disconnect in the relationship is because somebody has not walked away from some old thinking patterns and somebody wants to give up. There's been expectation of changed behavior, particularly about emotional connections and ways of thinking, and somebody just feels that somebody that is supposed that they've entrusted a lot of their emotions and their feelings to someone they give their heart to is not appreciating that, because this person has not, somebody might have called like an ultimatum of some sort, or someone explains. Let's just clarify. Because it does say you're not walking away from something, but then you're not giving up on it either. Somebody might be conflicted about a past connection of some sort. There's conflict about a past connection of some sort. Let's see, let's clarify. Why is the Supreme of Vessels also known as the King of Cups? Why is the King of Cups in reverse? 5 of Buttons in reverse, 4 of Buttons in reverse, 4 Star of Buttons upright. Someone is being very individualistic. Yeah, I think it does look like someone is taking this relationship for granted. That's what it looks like. This person is not, this doesn't value the other person's personality type or stance or energy or drive. They're not regarding this connection, they're disrespecting the connection, because it does seem like someone is in a very, very, very epic mode. They might have conformed to someone's way of living or someone's way of thinking before, but now they're like, you know what, I'm not fighting about this relationship is not going to stand because I'm going to do me. I'm not walking away. Oh, well, side story. If you decided, if somebody thought they were snatching somebody from somebody else, the person's like, you know what, go your own way. But you're not walking away. I'm super confused. I'm going to have to clarify quite a bit of cards. 8 of Vessels, why are you not walking away from this? Because you're tired of rest. You want your own to rest. Strength, 4 of Blades upright. Strength in reverse. gives like somebody is just taking their time and they are enjoying, they are planning to live single. They are living married but single. There's a lot of expectations, but I'll still read it for singles as well. Clarifying the Ten of Blades, we have the Bearer of Vessels in reverse, we have the Seven of Vessels upright, and we have the Bearer of Batons upright. Okay, so for singles, you're like, you know what? I'm not giving myself to who is not giving to me. I'm standing my ground, but I'm not giving up. Now, the fact that you're not giving to me, right, clearly shows. For singles, you're like, I'm not going to give to anybody. I don't want to fight. Singles are happily single right now because they're tired of all the toxicity and drama. They're like, you know what? I don't want to fight. I'm not laying any grounds anywhere. I'm just going to enjoy working on myself, being more attractive, commanding all their energy and everything, and I'm happy being single, right? And I'm not walking away, I'm not shying away because I'm resting. I'm taking my time to rest. I'm taking my time to choose how I show up. I'm taking my time who chooses to hear my words. And I'm not giving up because I'm not giving to anybody. I'm pouring into myself. I'm taking my time to go through, to consider all the options. So I'm not giving up because I'm choosing to pour into myself. I'm not giving my cup to anybody else because I know I have options and I'm going to go through them very well because I know I have the energy and drive to start something new. So this is it. If Sagittarius, it does look like for Sagittarius singles, when it comes to your relationships, you're enjoying being single, you're tired of any past and present and future drama. You don't want any of that. You're focusing on yourself. You might be working on your physical appearance, working out of some sort. You're choosing yourself. You're not walking away from your feelings because you know it's a time to rest. You are really choosing. You're intentional about how you show up in connections or your future connection, and you just don't have the energy to start shouting. You don't want to shout with the first of blades in reverse. Instead of you like being you're not doing any work for anybody. You're focusing on working on yourself because there's a lot that you are thinking about and you are not giving up. Instead, you are loving on yourself and pouring into yourself with the Bearer of Vessels upright. You know you have options. You're going to take your time to consider them so you know who you are moving forward with. That's for singles. For those in relationships, yeah, somebody has pretended for enough time and they're like, you know what, do your worst, but now here we day. I'm going to stay here. I'm not going to talk about it. I'm going to love on myself. And Sagittarius, prepare for the battle you wanted. You're going to have to enjoy the consequences of your actions. This is a partnership. There's a lot of combative forces. There's a lot of combative forces in it. It's a partnership. But for singles are chilling right now. The person that has been treated as single is enjoying being single right now. Okay, so let's get into your. I'm actually thinking I should have been. I've done 3 already. Thinking I should actually have named the readings, but I'll watch them and rename them before I upload. But that would have saved me some time though. Well, I'll figure it out. So let's see, Sagittarius, when it comes to your finances. Messages about your finances this week, Sagittarius. Messages about your finances this week. Alright. Messages about your finances, Sagittarius. Remember to like, share, subscribe. That's the way you can help this channel and encourage me to keep on coming on here. Hermit in reverse. Put yourself out and you'll be abundant. And you can do whatever you want to do. Yep. All the time you take it with introspection and staying by yourself and trying to figure shit out, it's time to come out of your reclusion and step into your abundance. All the lessons that you've learned, really figuring out, it comes off like you've taken your time to go back to the drawing table and rewrite some things, refigure some things, reposition some things, especially things that have to do with your own self, with you particularly, your own job role or your own stake in this situation. It's saying it's time for you to reintroduce yourself to society. It's time for you to expand. So expansion, Sagittarius, looks like it's going to come from you. So Sagittarius, it looks like you have to step in front of the camera, step into the limelight, come out of your reclusion. Your abundance lies in your personality. You have to be your own influencer of some sort. You have to toot your own horn. You have to come out and test the market and interact with your target audience of some sort. It's a call for you to be more actively involved. All your times, the times that you have stayed by yourself and stayed in quietness trying to figure shit out, it's saying it's paid off. It's time to put all that into use so that you can multiply your finances and actually step into your power. So let's get possible lessons that you might have learned, or how would you know it's time for you to step out of your seclusion. Lessons that you might have learned. Warrior of Coins, also called the Knight of Pentacles. Supreme of Blades, also called the King of Swords in reverse. Four of Blades, also called the Four of Swords in reverse. Okay, yeah, so coming out of your reclusion, you might have actually learned that you actually need to be more careful and more intentional about how you carry the vehicles that you use to disperse your funds in some way. So what you put your money to, you actually realize that you actually have to be more slow and more intentional and more careful, because there's some you're not quite there yet when it comes to, you don't really understand. Okay, so if this is a partnership, it's saying that you have to come out of being by yourself, because you actually do need help. You actually need help because you lack the skills when it comes to diplomacy and conversation. So if you were, say, a creator, you're probably good at the creativity part, but when it comes to selling yourself, you actually need help with that. And it's still coming off, you need help and you need structure, because it's saying you need to come out of rest. So you actually have to expand your horizons when it comes to your thinking and your communication. You might want to learn, you might have to take some like speaking or conversation, or just practice. And that's the thing, you cannot practice by yourself. You have to practice with people, practice people's reactions, practice and understand how what people are thinking about. The rest time is over. It's time to actually exercise your mental or your intellectual rigor of some sort, Sagittarius. So let's see, lessons about your abundance. How would you be more vocal and being more involved with your client base lead to your abundance? We've got the Star upright, we've got the Judgment upright, we've got the Foster of Blades upright. The more abundant you are, the more you should actually prioritize your self-care, and it's important that you do right in eyes of God and eyes of man. It should be that no matter how they slice it, you are never found wanting. In fact, you would even open up your books with the Foster of Blades upright, also known as the Queen of Swords upright. You'd actually say what you mean and mean what you say, because you're actually taking your time to reflect and recuperate, and you're sure that you're actually acting at the best of your ability and you're in right standing. I think being abundant will make you more confident. It really would make you more confident. But that's the thing, don't ever lose sight on who you were before. Don't forget who you had to take out of society into reclusion to figure this business plan out. So don't ever forget that. And the way you can prevent yourself from going back there is if you make sure that this whatever you're dealing with is something that doesn't make you feel like you're selling your soul. It's also something that you actually do feel you'll be proud to be associated with that, and something that you could be very vocal and you wouldn't deny or loud your involvement in this. So let's see. This is about presenting yourself in the best light and controlling your energy as the foster of patterns. Let's see how being abundant, well, we've already found out that being abundant is going to make you a star, and you're reminded to take care of yourself, but you're also reminded to be yourself by yourself and in front of people and in front of God, obviously. And let's see, foster patterns, 3 of patterns upright, okay, 8 of patterns in reverse, 5 of vessels in reverse. Yeah, you will actually feel you can rely on yourself more. So even when you're waiting for things and nothing seems to be coming forth, you don't regret anything because you actually know that you've done your best. So it's time to actually put your theories to test. If you were feeling discouraged or shy about exploring an opportunity that you've been working on for a while, it's saying, okay, enough of testing, put your business idea to work. It does look like you're going to be abundant, but it's going to require a lot of your physical activity. Remember the lessons that you've learned about how to be very intentional about how you disperse and move your funds around. Don't be so quick to speak. You might need to get somebody to be a spokesperson for you while you focus on the creative part of things. But always remember, no matter how busy things get, take care of yourself. Make sure you're always in good standing. Make sure you don't ever feel shy or embarrassed or inept when it comes to communicating your desires, because you do have the energy and drive, and what you're looking for, and you're waiting for something that's, you're trusting in yourself. So advice for you this week, Sagittarius, is it's time to step out, time to come outside. Okay, so thank you for being here with me. Remember to like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, and I'll see you hopefully on Tuesday. Bye.